Hi everyone. Welcome to the registration video for Sunday Funday. To be put on the wheel, all you have to do is leave a comment. It's that simple. Leave a comment. Got some great prizes. Right now we have two uh round table guests. And I'm trying to get four, but right now we have two. We have Uncle Al, and that's at Die Bullfrog 79, and Gil at Camp Penton Family Compound, or a gray man prepping. And thank you guys for getting a Gil to 1,000. I appreciate it. And we're going to talk about how to prepare for disasters, or what are you doing to prepare if something happens. A little bit about prepping. And, today's world, we should have a bag on the side just in case of emergency. So we're going to talk about. Sorry, I felt like I was going to burp. um, we're going to go over certain uh, protocols and see, we could all learn something, maybe help each other out here and prep a little bit. I know I got a lot to learn. Um, Also, in February, we're going to have a very, very special series. And I can't go over it into it too much right now. But I think it's going to be really, really cool. And it's going to involve cooking. So, man, look at my gosh. I got so much work to do. There's no time to sleep. That's tomorrow. I could sleep tomorrow. Um, anyway, let me get down to it. So, after our special guest, Gil and Uncle Al, we'll start Sunday Fun Day. Hope you guys could share this out, like it. It really promotes the channel by sharing it out. Everybody has a community page now. It's not about just helping me. It's about helping other people you guys follow. Leave a comment. The more your names get out on YouTube, the more YouTube wants to share you. So I appreciate all the shares. We usually get about between 3 and 5 shares alive, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys watching and give me donations and super chats or PayPal or whatever it is. It really helps the channel grow. Um, okay, so today's registration video, I had several requests to show Joseph's story and talk about Joseph's story, because a lot of people that are new in the chat, they have no idea. So I'm going to show you guys some pictures, and I'll talk about it a little bit more during the time. Joey was a little premature as a baby, and then he had a lot of challenges throughout his life. It's always been, chopping and fighting um, from the day he was born, pretty much, because he was premature. And then when he was around 3 years old, we're going to go to Disney. And what does Joey do? He runs right into his mom, and his mom was getting macaroni and cheese. Well, what happens when you knock somebody and you have a hot thing of macaroni and cheese? Well, it went over his face, and we never made it to Disney. We it was my first really scary moment with Joey, because his skin was coming off his face, and you would never know any kind of difference right now, but at that time, it was like it was crazy. So when he was born premature as a young dad, I never thought of anything. I'm just moving forward. Everything's going to be good, because I'm a very positive person. And looking back at it, the more I look back at it, the more I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe what he went through. And then the skin coming off his face, and then other instances, and going through uh, uh, his disease. And that's what we're going to go through a little bit right now. But I want to show you some pictures of Joey, um, and just let you know Joey's doing outstanding. Right now, it looks like the linings of his lung are starting to get thicker, and everything's progressing forward. His academics are skyrocketing. I'm so happy. I wish I was half of the student. I'm telling you, half of the student that Joey is, and he has like a 98 grade average. You know, super honors and everything. Thank God he takes after his mom. I graduated college and everything, but I don't have half the intelligence he has. It's like when you say, well, "Are you smarter than a fourth grader?" Well, he's in seventh grade, but I think he was probably smarter than me as a when he was in fourth grade too. So I'm so proud of him. So right now I'm going to show you some pictures of Joey growing up and a little bit about his story. So these are some pictures on Facebook. This is his looks like first birthday pictures. So we're just going to go through some of these fast. Look at my little boy standing up. Joey was always smiling. Well, he's trying to smile. When he laughs, he has the best smile. Hey, look at that smile. So I'm going to try to make this a little fast for you guys. And then I'll show you some more pictures. So this is when he was born. So this is a couple days because he has no tubes on him right now. Now, this is amazing because this is the first time Julie saw Joey. And Joey's first reaction, "Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom." This is the most amazing picture that, and I'm happy he didn't have like all tubes and stuff on him right there when she first saw him. Um, but this is, look at the smiles, look at her face, look at his face. I mean, what a mom and son moment. That's absolutely precious. Hi. Me. Whoop. Now look at that picture of Julie's mom. I absolutely love that too. There's so many good pictures taken in some of the roles. And I'll take you through another series before we're going to get to a video. So here's some pictures of Joey. This is when he was playing football. That's cracks me up. Hot diggity dog, hot diggity dog. If he sees this, he's going to kill me. At Rutgers Football Stadium. Now, this time was absolutely cracking me up because so we went to this, it was a race, it was a 5K race, but they also have a whole bunch of rides. It's in a very wealthy area. And I go, so I'm taking a picture of Joey. It was not this one. I don't think it was this one. It was definitely not this one. And there's a whole bunch of people around me, very wealthy. And all of a sudden I get him to smile, I go, cheese, appropriate. And I go, Joey, here you go, cheese. And he goes, boobies. You see the big smile on his face. That really cracked me up. At the beach. It's nice living next to the beach. With you and your night. Look at that picture. Love it. Look at those teeth. Look at those teeth. Looks like when he was going. Try to do that today, Joe. And this is a fundraiser they had for him when he was going through cancer. So there's just a couple pictures. And now I'm going to show you a video, and it's about Ruckers and Joey, pretty much what CHOP means in a motto. And it tells you most about his story, but not about what he's been going through and what Castleman, because Joey has a pretty much new classification of Castlemans, and that's called regional Castlemans. And there's, I think, 2 people in the world that right now will be classified as that. And now with Castleman disease, it's very similar to Hodgkin's disease. It's the same kind of treatments as Hodgkin's disease. So you got to go through chemo and all that stuff to get the mass out. Now, unicentric is it's a lymphatic disease. Castleman's lymphatic. It's also an autoimmune where you could get the mass out, and a lot of the times you could be fine after if you get the mass out. Then you have unicentric Castleman's, and that's multiple lymph nodes, and that could be very, very deadly. Joey has something called regional Castleman's, and it's similar to a unicentric, but it's a lot more invasive. It's a lot huge. It's bigger. It could affect other parts of the body. Joey's mass was on his artery of his heart, and we couldn't find a doctor to remove it. Location was everything. I mean, you have something on your arteries of your heart, one little thing, you know. And we got lucky, extremely lucky. It got removed because the part around the artery, it took a long time to find a doctor to actually operate on him. And it was a cardiac surgeon at CHOP. God bless CHOP. And we expected to do radiation after the surgery. And we never had to do it because the part around the artery was already dead. And we luckily got the whole mass out. The bad part is they had somewhere's in a biopsy, somewhere's in a period of time, they had a spheneric nerve. And when it is the nerve, it paralyzed his diaphragm. So we had surgery a year and a half ago where they took a nerve from the back of his calf and they wanted to do a resection because he had open heart surgery, to do a resection where that nerve was, but it was totally gone from, they say probably from the chemo. And so what they did, they attached it to his diaphragm, which is in, disarray. And it's pretty hard talking about this a little bit. And because nobody knows what could really happen. And they're just hoping it could work because it's not too many people have done this. And so they attached it to his diaphragm and hoping it could work. And it looks like it's starting to work. So, because the outside of his linings of his diaphragm are starting to get thicker. And that's what they're thinking, that it could start to work. And he has a pacemaker on it, so keeps it beating, keeps it alive. And I feel a lot for my wife because it's hard to be a normal kid when every time you get shower, go in a pool, or do whatever you want, you got to get it taped up, got to do that, got to watch out for rashes, got to watch out, for all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot more to it. But I want to show you guys a video that the Big Ten Network did on my son and Rutgers. And it's what about CHOP means. And please leave a comment. And let me play this for you. I'm grateful for all the support from everybody, from all communities, the whole state of New Jersey, to Rutgers, to Little League, from everybody in Jackson. There's so much so many people have helped us out along his journey. So here is the video. This is with Rutgers. This is Coach Underwood. I kind of moved it up a little bit. There's more towards this. If you put Joseph Koslowski right on YouTube, you hear more about his story, and there's a lot more to this. This is a short version.
Chop! 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 You got me! Get your mind ready to do that!
We have our mantra, and it's right behind me. Family, trust, chop. Family is forget about me, I love you, which really means
this is Coach Shiano. He's the head football coach at Rutgers.
That are willing to sacrifice for something bigger than themselves. And then the last part is chop. When? All the time. Just stay focused on that spot on the tree and just keep swinging the axe, no matter what bombs are going off on the sides.
I just see that tree and I'm seeing myself holding that axe and, swinging, because you have to be focused. You have to be mentally and physically tough.
And eventually, 400 or 500 strokes later, you're going to start to hear something.
Oh, a commercial.
Hey, where'd you get that shirt?
I can't believe we got a commercial.
What do you think I got?
The return back to Rutgers is a happy one for Greg Schiano.
It was an awesome feeling after that Michigan State game. And I feel like our kids earned the right to get that victory. Everything they've been through, and to be able to keep chopping, that feeling in the locker room was unbelievable.
I saw the joy in the faces of the players. Guys that have been here for 4 years, they haven't won a lot of games, especially Big Ten games.
Nobody expected you to do this, but I want to tell you, I fully expected you to do this. Enjoy the heck out of this, man. But I'm telling you, it's the first of many. This isn't a one-time thing, and then I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to – you think I've been tough up to this point. It's a whole nother level this week. This is when you can look at a guy and go, that's my brother. Right here.
Lombardi looking downfield. He got hit and picked off. That'll do it. Greg Schiano has brought new life to Rutgers again.
Every single thing in that game was so exciting. And my son has never seen me excited during a football game. He's looking at me like, Dad, you okay?
That was funny because I thought he was mad because I've never seen him happy like that before.
I go, Joey, Rutgers hasn't been good since before you were born. I grew up in a small town called Spotswood, New Jersey. I started following Rutgers back in 1988, 89. It's just a great place, and I want my son to be part of that. And a lot of the things I've been preaching to him for the last 8 years has to do a lot about family, forget about me, I love you. A lot of the stuff Coach Schiano taught throughout these years.
I love you, you love me, we are happy family.
Joey's always been a very good kid. He always had that drive in him.
Well, he started at 4 years old playing baseball, and his work ethic was amazing. He loved playing in the games. And then all of a sudden, he would be in the outfield, and he would start getting lazy. We had no idea anything was going on.
When he got sick during that last season of baseball, he didn't feel so good, so he missed a couple of games. Guys like, we just got to go in. He's not feeling well. The nurse at check-in said, "What do you think about a chest x-ray?" I said, "What are they thinking?" She said, "Hodgkin's or non-Hodgkin's lymphoma." I just looked out the window and, didn't realize how much my life was going to change.
It turned out to be Castleman disease, which is a lymphatic type of disease with pretty much the same treatments, but it's also an autoimmune disease. Only 500 kids have it every year. But what Joey has, it's a lot more complicated because it's a whole region.
His big thing was he going to die? He would say to me at night, "What's it like when you get to heaven?" And those were the questions that were the hardest. His mass was so large. You know, we tried just rituximab by itself, which is the R, and then that only worked so far. So we moved on to the regimen of, they call it CHOP. And we were in the elevator going to the car, and I said, do you realize it's our CHOP? Chiano's key phrase.
I go, that's right, our chop. That's what we're going through. So here we got all these Rutgers things going on. Now it's the R chop we're going to battle through, and we're going to Chop Hospital. Everything is chop. That's what we're always telling our son, chop, chop.
I was confused until my parents explained to me Children's Hospital of Pennsylvania on the side. I was like, oh, that's what it means.
During this whole ordeal in the beginning, Rutgers was going to name another coach, and Coach Shiano's name came up. So when he's in his hospital bed, everything in my mind was chop. How are we going to chop?
Thanks everyone for the support. I'm chopping. We're all in this together. Keep chopping. I like it because it means you fight hard and you just chop. You just keep on going.
Joey took each course of treatment like a champ. Never once did he say, poor me. This mass, with the art chop, it came down from 9x7 to 4x1. March 12th, Joey had open heart surgery. The doctor removed the mass, and it was just a complete miracle that it worked.
He only has 60% of his lung capacity. It's not really going to get any better. His red blood cells are smaller than normal. We know as a parent we got to be positive, because if we're positive, it's going to go off on him.
It's my strong boy.
And he's doing it.
Done. Done, done, done.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's battling through, and he's chop. I'm telling you, chop, 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 chop. That is all he knows what to do.
I hope you guys are chopping, but I'm leaving chop. Go or you.
Welcome home, Joey. We're so glad to see you. Welcome home, Joey.
People say, like, you're so strong, and it's like, just, I don't have a choice, you know. This is my kid, and I'll do anything for him.
Right. That was a beautiful spiral, a lot better than Daddy's.
Keep chopping. Think of the bright things. Don't think of the dark. That just makes it worse and pain. Think about the things you love about your life. Think of the things you do when you get better.
Good job, good job.
Keep chopping. Hello, college football team and coaches of Rutgers. To win the games, you have to be good at offense. Score 31 points. Defense. 3 turnovers. Special teams. Score. Chop, trust, family.
Well, that's passion right there, right? I mean, he is just, you can tell that's in him. That's in his blood. He is really fired up.
Go over your limits and win again.
I got about 123 guys that are going to get a view of that. You talk about chop. Joey's all about chop. He's a special young man.
Joey, what's going on? It's Coach Fran here at the state of Rutgers, man. I've been thinking about you, praying for you. Hopefully you have a speedy recovery. I just wanted to let you know that without you, I wouldn't be chopping every single day.
Coach Brown's at Georgia.
Continue to be tough, continue to push, and I'll see you at spring practice and at the games this year. Keep chopping.
Coach Brown left a thing on Twitter for Joey. He goes, Dad, he wants to be my friend. And I'm like, that's what it's about. It's all about family, Joe.
Then once, I got an opportunity to speak to his father, and he was telling me what he was going through, and he was getting ready to have surgery, and it just broke me. All he wants to do is see Rutgers win. So when you see a kid like that was going through what he's going through and was just able to focus, like, he's really what Chop is.
I was signing up for the next community service and a couple other players too, it was about Joe's fight with cancer. And when we talk about chop, he chops through it. It's honestly crazy. So I was very excited to meet Joe in the screening service event.
I remember coming into the house. We sat down, we played cards, we played like a bunch of games. And the fact that he always brings a smile, like he always has a smile on his face. He is always there like, hey, Robin, just chop, like that. Like, it's impossible to not be inspired by Joey and what he's been able to do.
One night, I said, Joe, how you feeling? He goes, oh, I feel pretty good. I go, hey, if I get tickets, would you want to go to a Rutgers basketball game? Yeah, let's go.
He went to the game just before his surgery, and he was on the floor, and the band chanted his name when he came in.
Joey, Joey, Joey. I had no idea any students would know Joey's name.
Here's the happiest moment of my life. Lots of people were chanting my name, and it was all Rutgers and basketball.
He came home, and just to see how excited he was. He was doing little Fortnite dances on the side, and I don't think he knew we saw them, but we did.
Family Trust Chop is all over the place. Well, that's what it's here too. The love from this town, the love from our family, the whole surroundings. It's amazing what it's doing to help my son get through this.
So that's a little film about Joey's journey, just a little bit. And I mean, there's so much more. I mean, when he was he would sleep between my wife and I, and he would breathe, and it was, and you couldn't sleep through it. You didn't know when the next breath what like happened. Let's go. Come on, breathe. You're just rooting on each and every single breath. And that was so hard. The first time we went to get chemo, and again, I'm always positive. Okay, let's get this done, blah, blah, blah. And then you went into the building, and you see all these kids draped on their parents, no hair, totally, just trying to get some kind of strength to keep on, moving, just get the stand. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, this is my son. We're going to get through this. We're going to keep on. We're going to do this. We could do it. We could do it. And he did it. But there's a lot of little moments like that looking back on, it was Joseph's journey. And it's very hard as a parent. So as Joey today, he's an inch smaller than me. And so within 3 years, he grew this much. He's I think around 5'8", somewhere around there. Doing well in a lot of ways, and we're just going to keep on, chopping forward. And it's nothing that my wife and I have done. This is all him, and that's very special. So hopefully Joey can get back on here and give me some more those tasty jelly beans he gives me. And so that's this registration video. So please leave a comment, and you'll be put on the wheel for tomorrow, Sunday Funday. Okay, time for me to get back to work here. And again, in February. Oh, also the wheel of seeds for January. I'm hoping to do this the whole year, which would be amazing. You need to go to that video. You got to find this. It's January's registration of seeds or something like that. Find it and leave a comment, because we still got another half of the month to go. You can still register for free seeds each day of the month. hopefully the whole year. We'll see how it goes, though. So, anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Please like, share this out, put it on your community page. I really appreciate that. Okay, God bless everyone. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Keep chopping.